Greetings and salutations, one and all. Welcome to the night shift. It's a Tuesday night, a healthy love night. And I say welcome to the show. Those of you tuned in on TuneIn Radio, the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew, rockthebox.net, all the affiliates, One Harmony Radio, the Foundation Radio Network, ClintonLindsay.com, WGLRO. Welcome. Those tuned in on PEMG TV, big ups to you, and of course, right here at the home of the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew, kevinstew.com. Glad to have you. Couldn't do it without you. You have my word. I won't try. This girl, she crazy. Kicking it off tonight with a little Skinny Fabulous.
She loves me. The next minute,
the track is called Bipolar.
One night she'll text me. The next night she won't. One night we're married. The next night we divorce. This girl, she bipolar. But that's why me love her the most. This girl, she crazy. She's crazy. This girl, she crazy. She's crazy.
I'm just gonna say that's why I love her the most. Cause she crazy.
This girl, she crazy.
Just call up that crazy person in your life right now and say, hey.
1 minute, she loves me. The next minute, she don't. One night, she'll text me. The next night, she won't. One night, we're married. The next night, we divorce. This girl, she bipolar. But that's why me love her the most. This girl, she crazy. She's crazy. This girl, she crazy. She's crazy. She get mad and she want break up. The next minute she want make love. This girl, she crazy. She's crazy. I love it when you give me that crazy wine. And we always have it at crazy time. We can't figure out your crazy.
Good evening, 677. Or good morning, whatever time it is in your neck of the woods.
1 minute, she trusts me. The next minute, she down. One night, she smile at me. The next night, she won't. One time, she believes me. The next time, she all in my phone. Asking why I'm on Instagram, liking all the pics from Simone. This girl, she crazy. She's crazy. This girl, she crazy. She's crazy. She get mad and she want break up. The next minute she want make love. This girl, she crazy. She's crazy. I love it when you give me that crazy wine. And we always have it at crazy time. We can't figure out your crazy mind. But I love it when you give me that crazy wine. Boom, black shadow. You know what I'm saying.
I want to say thanks to Paul C Media Group for sponsoring this segment of the show. When being in the moment is priceless, you want to give them a call, 754-999-6020. Or pay them a visit at paulsemg.com. Tell them DJ Kevin Stew sent you, yeah? That tune is called Bipolar. I was going to say that crazy wine. But you can't really knock the crazy wine, you know. Can't really knock it. Alright, so getting messages here. Welcome. Those of you who have been to a psychologist, or a psychiatrist, I should say, have you ever walked in and outside of being greeted with "How are you?" you get greeted with "What's for dinner?" Has that ever been one of the questions that is posed to you when you're visiting your psychiatrist? Yes? No? Maybe so? 773-789 Stu gets you in touch. 773-789-7839. And of course, you can jump into the stew pot on kevinstew.com. The water is always fine. It's where we keep things bubbling. Others call it a chat room. We call it the stew pot. Just go to kevinstew.com and you'll see it right there. That's an interactive portal. So, have you ever been asked the question, what's for dinner? As you're there in you're speaking to your psychiatrist, you're sharing, you're opening up, but before you do that, you walk in, you get greeted. How are you? What's for dinner? Ever happened to you? I can tell you it has never happened to me, but it's food for thought. More research is finding that a nutritious diet isn't just good for the body, but it's great for the brain. Who knew? Who'd have thunk it? The knowledge is giving rise to a concept called nutritional psychiatry or food psychiatry. Now, traditionally, we have not been trained to ask about food and nutrition, says psychiatrist Drew Ramsey. He's an assistant clinical professor at Columbia University. But he goes on to say, but diet is potentially the most powerful intervention we have. By helping people shape their diets, we can improve their mental health and decrease their risk of psychiatric disorders. Huh? Just by dieting? Nearly 1 in 4 Americans have some type of mental illness each year. The CDC says by 2020, depression will rank as the second leading cause of disability, right after heart disease. Depression. Good evening, Julie. Welcome to the show. It is scary enough. It is not just a problem for adults. Half of all long-term mental disorders start by, guess what age? No, not 18. 14. Childhood mental illnesses affect more than 17 million children in the US, which actually sparks a question in my head. If that is a number in the US, what is the number in other countries? Recent studies have shown that the risk of depression increases about 80% when you compare teens with the lowest quality diet, or what we call a Western diet, to those who eat a higher quality whole foods diet. The risk of attention deficit disorder doubles, Ramsey says. Around about 2010, the idea of nutritional psychiatry barely registered a blip on the healthcare radar. Barely. There had been a few studies examining how certain supplements like omega-3 fatty acids might balance mood. Solid, consistent data appeared to be lacking though. But experts say many well-conducted studies have since been published worldwide regarding a link between diet quality and common mental disorders, being depression and anxiety in both kids, children, and adults. A very large body of evidence actually now exists that, and yeah, it's kind of crazy, isn't it? when you look at the fact that this is really happening around us. It is not a myth. It is not a supposition. It's really happening. Where was I? There is a very large body of evidence that suggests diet is as important to mental health as it is to physical health. And this says Felice Jacka, president of the International Society for Nutritional Psychiatry Research. She says a healthy diet is protective and an unhealthy diet is a risk factor for depression and anxiety. Things that make you go, So, I'm going to ask this question. So I may as well ask it now and possibly revisit it later on. If an unhealthy diet can lead to depression and anxiety, and a healthy diet would apparently, by way of deductive reasoning, do the opposite. Why do you think, in the US especially, there would be a drive to increase the amount of healthy food that is available to the general population? And you might be wondering why I'm asking that question. Let me tell you why I'm asking that question. There is this entity called Big Pharma, the pharmaceutical company. And they thrive from medicine sales. You see where I'm going with this? So, if you're eating healthier and it reduces the chance of things like depression and anxiety, it reduces the possibility of a breakdown in mental health. They would support healthy eating. Why? They have a drug for just about every ailment, especially when it comes to mental disorders. So, and things like depression and anxiety. Every day you turn on TV, you see ads for depression and anxiety. And no, Big Pharma does not profit from a healthy America. Not at all, 995. Welcome to the show. If I didn't say welcome already. And this is why I asked the question. Because here you have it. There are studies that say an unhealthy diet could lead to depression and anxiety. If it's as simple as that. And you wonder why there are so many fast food restaurants all over. Well, now you know. There is also interest in the possible role food allergies may play in, catch this, schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. But nearly all research involving eating habits and mental health has focused more on depression and anxiety. And there's no direct evidence yet that diet can improve depression or any other mental disorder, although a trial to determine this is on the way. And this was, almost 4 years ago? So, experts caution that while diet can be a part of a treatment plan, it shouldn't be considered a substitute for medication and other treatments. Of course, you have to toss in that little bit of disclaimer right there. But back in the day, food was your medicine, and your medicine was your food. So, tell me again why you shouldn't substitute medication and other treatments for a better diet. So, Here's what is known about how diet may play a role in mental health. What you eat affects your immune system and how it works, and how your genes work, and how your body responds to stress. Because really and truly, it is disease. You see it? Okay, cool. I don't need to break it down. So, some 3 ways diet impacts your mental health. The first is that it is crucial for brain development. We are quite literally what we eat. And this says Roxanne Sukol, preventative medicine specialist at Cleveland Clinic's Wellness Institute. She says, when we eat real food that nourishes us, it becomes the protein building blocks, enzymes, brain tissue, and the neurotransmitters that transfer information and signals between various parts of the brain and body. 2, it puts the brain into grow mode. Certain nutrients and dietary patterns are linked to changes in a brain protein that helps increase connections between brain cells. A diet rich in nutrients like omega-3s and zinc boosts levels of this substance. Now, on the other hand, a diet high in saturated fats and refined sugars has a very potent negative impact on brain proteins. Number 3, it fills the gut with healthy bacteria. Now, I'm going to pause for a moment. You do realize that your gut is pretty much the center of your being well, your well-being. Because that is where the nourishment gets distributed from. So if your gut biome is not in good health, chances are you're generally not in good health. So the third thing is that it fills the gut with healthy bacteria, eating good food. And that's good for the brain. Trillions of good bacteria live in the gut. They fend off bad germs and they keep your immune system in check, which means they help tame inflammation in the body. Some gut germs even help make brain-powering B vitamins. Let me repeat that. Some gut germs even help make brain-powering B vitamins. Foods with beneficial bacteria, your probiotics, help maintain a healthy gut environment or biome. A healthier microbiome is going to decrease inflammation, which affects mood and cognition. A high-fat or high-sugar diet is bad for gut health, and therefore, it is bad for your brain. Some research hints that high-sugar diet worsens schizophrenia symptoms. So, those that love the sweet stuff, if you find that there might be a little bit of crazy going on in your house, you might want to check what you have in your pantry and in your refrigerator. Because it can't all be good. You know, the saying, you know, it's all good. When it comes to things like a diet, when it comes to your gut microbiome, is it all good? You know, is it the thing to do to just go ahead and whichever way you want to, you just eat whatever. Ever stop to think about it? Yes, no, maybe so. There are certain foods that may play a role in the cause of mental disorders, or they may make symptoms worse. A nutritious brain diet follows the same logic as a heart healthy regimen or a weight control plan. I bet you never really connected all those. Your weight control and mental health, heart health and mental health. More often than not, we'd focus on one and not the other, right? Well, remember, it's a complete system. A nutritious brain diet follows the same logic as a heart healthy regimen. Same logic. You want to limit sugary and high fat processed foods and opt for plant foods like fresh fruits, veggies, and whole grains. Swap butter for healthy fats like olive oil. In other words, shift a little bit from the Western diet that you know and take a little trip. Give your diet, give your gut a Mediterranean vacation. So introduce your body, your diet to a Mediterranean diet and see if it makes a difference. It's an ideal diet for physical and mental health. Recent results from a large trial in Europe shows that such an eating plan may also help prevent and not just treat depression. The key is to choose foods that pack as many nutrients in as few calories as possible. Nutrients might be particularly helpful for treating or preventing are particularly helpful for treating or preventing mental illnesses include B vitamins, and people with low B12 levels have more brain inflammation and higher rates of depression and dementia. Falling short on folate has long been linked to low moods. Did you know that? Iron is another one. Too little iron in the blood, as in the case of those who are anemic, it has been linked to depression. With omega-3s, these fatty acids improve thinking and memory, and quite possibly mood. Zinc helps control the body's response to stress, so low levels can cause depression. And a great source of zinc is oysters, which really pack about 500% of your daily need of zinc, but have just about 10 calories apiece. Mussels, which are rich in brain-healthy selenium, are also a good choice. Here is the problem that I have now with that. I'm allergic to shellfish. So I don't know how the oyster thing going to work. It probably would not work for me. But also, you have fermented foods like kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, and yogurt with live active cultures, which provide good gut bacteria. And these may help to reduce anxiety, stress, and depression. Fatty fish like salmon and mackerel provide omega-3 fatty acids. Vitamin B12, zinc, selenium, and other brain boosters can also be found in fatty fish. And for those who actually love chocolate of the darker variety, not the white chocolate, not the milk chocolate, dark chocolate. It has antioxidants. Antioxidants increase blood flow to the brain. And this is why dark chocolate is feel good food, because it aids mood and it helps with memory. Unfortunately, when it comes to the Western diet, it is generally extremely low in all of these nutrients. There is this brain food scale that Dr. Ramsey had been working on. I don't know if he had completed it, but it's worth a look up. The brain food scale. You should always talk to your doctor before stopping or taking less of any medication that you're on. I must admit there are times when medication is the best alternative. But again, when you have food being your medicine and medicine coming from your food, do you really need these drugs? No matter where you are on the spectrum of mental health, food is an essential part of your treatment plan. If you are on medications, they're going to work better if you're eating a brain healthy diet of nutrient dense foods. There's a recommendation that you talk to your doctor about what you should eat, or at least at minimum a nutritionist. Not just what you shouldn't eat, but what you should eat. And hopefully we'd end up in a much better place as it relates to our mental health. Now, it is up to each individual to look out for their own health. And let's face it, you must eat. You have to eat to survive. The question is, what are you going to eat in order to live your best life, in order to have the best quality of life that you can have? What you gonna eat? Are you going to go with the Western diet as we know it here in the US? You know, where we go and we have the all the high sugars and the high saturated fats? Or do we go with the good stuff, which are rich in the omega-3 fatty acids and the zinc and the B vitamins, like the Mediterranean diet? It's up to us. It's our health. It's our bodies, not the doctors. The doctors can only suggest. And this is why the doctors practice. Yes, what the doctors do is practice. Each time they see us, they practice a little bit more. Because it's not an exact science. You're dealing with the human body. And the only thing that is pretty much constant is that we all have a heartbeat if we're alive, and we all breathe. That's about it. And all the internal organs pretty much are the same. So, if there's a group of people that have less mental illness and a different type of diet to where you live, and the ones that live where you live tend to suffer more from mental illnesses, there might be something that you want to look into. We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we talk a little bit more. This is Healthy Love on the Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew. We'll be right back.
Pulsey Media Group, innovative streaming and recording, has done it again. A new way to get your business in full view of your neighborhood consumer through AdShare TV. It's available in your neighborhood today. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. Become a host today and place a TV monitor in a strategic location so it's easy to see. Get a 1-minute video ad or longer that plays anywhere in our network. Can't be a host? No problem. For a few dollars, we'll run your 30-second video ad. A host can run announcement specials like buy one get one free or discount ads. Let's turn your flyers into a 30-second video with music or a voiceover, or let us create and run your video ad with a spokesperson. Take advantage of our early enrollment discount. Join us today. Your ad will be seen at least 30 times per day in your AdShare TV neighborhood. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. AdShare TV, part of Pulsey Media Group.
Are you crazy about the music industry? You aspire to hit it big in music? Or maybe you've sweated out a soulful killer beat and are now stuck finding it's not as easy as it looked. Oh, but it can be easy for you with JTMC. We've been there, we know how it feels, so we solve challenges like production, promotion, marketing, branding and development, and more. With over 30 years of experience, JTMC is a one-stop shop for artists. We handle your graphic design, writing services, PR, as well as event planning, e-blasts, artist management, and bookings, so also your website and social media needs as well. We're experts in using creativity to persuade audiences on behalf of artists, drawing on our diverse experience to create projects that connect with audiences intellectually and emotionally. Artist success is everything to us, and our years of experience and commitment will be behind you for every one of your needs. If you've got music for the world to hear, whether you're a new or established artist, visit us at jtmcenterprise.com.
It's the third annual Caribbean Celeb Basketball Tournament, Saturday, May 25th, 12 p.m. at the VEH Youth Enrichment Center, 7000 Miramar Parkway in Miramar. Proceeds for the Sounds for the Youth program. This year's teams, Universal Hilltop Records, VP Records, E2 Productions, Heavy Beat Records. Performances by Shauna Lee, Jadon, and Peter G. Hosted by G. Cole, Sir Rockwell, and TC Flex. Free admission, donations accepted. Live stream by Flex FM, music by New Vision Sound, surprise guest performances. Sponsored by JTMC, WZPP, South Florida Caribbean News, Homegrown with G. Cole, Flex FM, Rock the Box, Taxi Gang, High Class Promotions, Island Beat Marketing, David I Photography, Foundation Radio Network, LTK20, Island Energy Drink, Rattigan and Associates, Events Are Us, Irie Pen, The Melissa Jane Show, Real Rockers, GMAX Solutions, Jazzfar, Elite Global, New Lane Marketing, Jillian J, Stratmeyer Financial, WGLRO, Kevin Stew, All Time Printing, and Miad Restaurant. For info, call JTMC 954-613-3851 or 678-793-8800.
Not a mouse.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in physics, I learned that I'm a loser.
Today in school,
In math,
I learned that I'm ugly
I
and
learned
useless.
that I'm trash.
And in gym,
In biology,
I learned that I'm
I
pathetic
learned that I'm fat
and a
and
joke.
stupid.
In history,
Today in
I learned that
school,
I'm trash.
Today in school, I learned that I have no friends. In English, I learned that I make people sick.
And in
And
gym,
at lunch, I learned that I sit on my own because I smell.
and a joke.
In chemistry, I learned that no one
In
likes me.
biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid.
In English,
And in
I
math,
learned that I make people
I
sick.
learned that I'm trash.
The only thing I didn't learn in school today
The only thing I didn't learn today.
The only thing I didn't learn,
It's why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
Matthew 28:19 says, "Go ye therefore and teach all nations." With this in mind, and encouragement received during a South Florida media conference, The Church Links was birthed. The Church Links is an interdenominational worship service portal for churches, providing the tools to spread the word through technology in a cost-effective way. The Church Links, www.dahchurchlinx.com. Your links to worship and praise.
Yes, Carmantino, I'm making notes right now. You are locked in to DJ Kevin Stew on the night shift.
Rastafari, Selassie the first. It's the uprising, and we love to steam our herbs around the fireplace. Yes, I'm inviting each and every one, positive one, to come and steam with the uprising around the fireplace. Rastafari, lights up around the fireplace. Fire, fire. Sit around the fireplace. Sit down, sit down. Come around the fireplace and sip some steamers. Lights up around the fireplace. Fire, fire. Sit around the fireplace. Sit down, sit down. Come around the fireplace and sip some steamers. Feel this. What a sweet sensation. What a cool vibration. Coming from above, coming from out Mount Zion. Steaming herbs from iration to the fullness of light. Coming from above, coming from the conquering lion. Lights up around the fireplace. Fire, fire. Sit around the fireplace. Sit down, sit down. Come around the fireplace and sip some steamers. Lights up around the fireplace. Fire, fire. Sit around the fireplace. Sit down, sit down. Come around the fireplace and sip some steamers. Steaming gives you a higher meditation. Purify your mind to greater elevation. Coming from above, coming from out Mount Zion. Gives you strength and good inspiration. It's the book of life with all information. Coming from above, coming from the conquering lion. Lights up around the fireplace. Fire, fire. Sit around the fireplace. Sit down, sit down. Come around the fireplace and sip some steamers. Lights up around the fireplace. Fire, fire. Sit around the fireplace. Sit down, sit down. Come around the fireplace and sip some steamers. Take it away.
I want to welcome you back to the show. Big thanks to Althea at Healing Heavenly Hands for sponsoring this segment of the show. Althea is a licensed massage therapist that comes to you. You just gotta give her a call, 954-655-9000 if you live in the Broad County area, North Miami-Dade, South Palm Beach County. Give her a link. Call her, 954-655-9000, or visit at thealater@att.net. Don't lie. Give her an email. Send her an email at thealater@att.net.
Lights around the fireplace. Fire, fire. Sit around the fireplace. Sit down, sit down. Come around the fireplace and sip some steamers. Lights around the fire.
Come around the fireplace and have some steamers.
Sit around the fireplace. Sit down, sit down. Gather around the fireplace and sip some steamers.
Yeah, they say sip some steamers, but you're eating some steamers.
Fire. Sit around the fireplace. Sit down, sit down.
The sound of Uprising Roots. The track is called Steamers. also want to make mention of the featured jewelry set from Jillian J. Handmade necklace and earring set. It is silver with winged pendants at the ends. Handcrafted, beautifully designed. Available to you from Jillian J. And remember, Jillian also provides you with personal styling services. Jillian J. If you're not connected yet, go ahead and connect with Jillian J on social media. You will not be disappointed. I give you my word. So tonight we're asking the question, can your diet affect your mental health? And apparently it can. Many studies have found that people with obesity are at increased risk of depression. So if you notice someone is obese and they're not too happy, now you know why. Now, it doesn't mean that they have a bad diet. If you see someone obese, and they're always happy, chances are they have a good diet. They're just big-bodied. So far, it has remained unclear exactly why you find that people who are obese have a tendency or are at more risk of being depressed, and what biological mechanisms might drive obesity-related depression. They're still trying to figure it out. A team of researchers from the University of Glasgow in the United Kingdom and the Gladstone Institute in San Francisco, California, in the US, has recently studied how eating a diet high in saturated fats might make depression more likely. And what they did was use mouse models to run the experiment. The investigators, led by Professor George Bailey from the University of Glasgow, noted that this is a particularly important research topic, as obesity-related depression seems to happen via different mechanisms from depression in otherwise healthy individuals. So apparently this is a type of depression that comes from a different place. So psychiatrists have a different job with treating this kind of depression. In its study paper, which appears in the journal Translational Psychiatry, the research team explains that many people with obesity and depression, who doctors treat with regular antidepressants, do not see any benefits from the treatment. See what I mean? At the same time, people with obesity and depression also do not experience some of the side effects that people typically associate with those antidepressants, such as more weight gain. Now, when compared with patients of normal body weight, overweight and obese patients showed a substantially slower response to antidepressant treatment, less improvement in neuroendocrinology and cognitive processing, and less antidepressant-induced weight gain. So, what happens in the brains of people who are overweight or have obesity that makes them more susceptible to depression? What is it? To gain a basic idea, the research team conducted a preliminary study in mouse models to which the scientists fed a high-fat diet containing up to 60% of both saturated and unsaturated fats. The brains of mammals, including humans, actually need certain fatty acids. They need omega-3s, especially to function properly. We know this. And if we didn't know it before, we recently learned it. Humans' bodies, in particular, cannot synthesize fatty acids on their own. And as a result, they need to absorb the nutrients from food. But not all fatty acids are as healthful, and the overaccumulation of fatty acids in the body can actually lead to health problems. You know, it's always said too much of one thing isn't good for you, even if it's a good thing. In the current study, the researchers looked at how fatty acids accumulated in the brains of the mice eating the high-fat diet, and whether these substances affected mechanisms that scientists tie to mental health and changes in behavior consistent with the presence of depression. Soon enough, the team found that the mice in their studies experienced an influx of palmitic acid to a region of the brain known as the hypothalamus, which regulates the release of various hormones into the bloodstream. Palmitic acid is a common saturated fatty acid that is present in many different foods and ingredients, including palm oil and olive oil, cheese, butter, margarine, and some meat products. According to previous research, this fatty acid may explain the link between obesity and the increased risk of cardiovascular problems. So we're getting some insight into what may be causing some heart disease here, right? Through the current study, the investigators have uncovered another role. It seems the high levels of palmitic acid in the hypothalamus alter a signaling pathway that researchers associate with traits of depression. Now, this pathway, known as CAMP PKA, CAMP/PKA, is involved in many metabolic processes, including dopamine signaling, which in turn contributes to the regulation of emotions. So here it is, palmitic acid alters the signaling pathway that associates with traits of depression. The pathway known as the CAMP PKA. Who knew? This is information that is out there now. This is information that can pretty much change your life. Who knew? So the mice, the researchers were, at least in the mice, the researchers were able to confirm that the absorption of certain dietary fats has a direct impact on brain signaling pathways that influence the development of depression. So, what does that mean for our eating? 773-789-STEW gets you in touch. 773-789-7839. You can call, you can text, and I encourage you to do so. So, this is the first time anyone has observed the direct effects of a high-fat diet and the fact that it can have the effects that it can have on signaling areas of the brain related to depression. The research may begin to explain how and why obesity is linked with depression, and how we can potentially better treat patients with these conditions. The team believes that the mechanism is observed in mice, that the mechanism it observed in mice is probably also at play in humans, the ones with obesity-related depression. The connection between a poor diet and poor mental health, it just makes sense. Professor Bailey said, "We often use fatty food to comfort ourselves as it tastes really good. However, in the long term, this is likely to affect one's mood in a negative way. And of course, if you're feeling low, then to make yourself feel better, you might treat yourself to some more fatty foods. What then do you think is going to happen? More negative feelings." The current findings also give the researchers a clue as to how to potentially treat obesity-related depression more effectively. Elsewhere in the study, they decided to try reducing levels of an enzyme known as phosphodiesterase. And it usually breaks down CAMP, or cyclic AMP, which is an intercellular messenger. So that's how the cells send messages. Now, this approach allowed them to protect the mice from developing behaviors consistent with the presence of depression. Of course, that translates to, by our friends over there at Big Pharma, it translates to, okay, we can make a drug out of this. In the future, the researchers hope that these findings will help experts to develop better treatments or preventative approaches against obesity-related depression. We all know that a reduction in fatty food intake can lead to many health benefits, but our research suggests it also promotes a happier disposition, says Professor Bailey. And further to that, understanding the types of fats such as palmitic acid, which are likely to enter the brain and affect key regions and signaling, will give people more information about how their diet can potentially affect their mental health. So, you reduce palmitic acid, and chances are you improve your chances of not being depressed. That sounds like a win-win to me. I don't know how it sounds to you, but it sounds like a win-win to me. Who wants to be depressed? I'm sure nobody really wants to be depressed. And those who are depressed would love to get out of it. And some people just don't know how. And they don't know what is causing it. And then they reach for their comfort food, which is typically something fatty. Now, I challenge you to do this. Change your comfort food to something like kefir or yogurt with active cultures, or even dark chocolate. See if it makes a difference. It may be beneficial in more ways than one. It may also be beneficial if you are having trouble with your weight. It may be beneficial there too. Just something to think about. Give it a try, right? You think you could? I think you should. So those of you that end up lonely in your room and feel depressed and want to get some ice cream and some bacon strips, reconsider. Get some other comfort food. This is Katie. A track is called Lonely in My Room.
There are days when I am sitting all alone in my room. There are days when my mind's cloudy and I don't know what to do. All I could think of is what I needed to do. All I could think of, my mind's messed up, and I don't need it no more. So lonely in my room. There are nights when I am lying all alone in my bed. There are nights when my heart's aching and I just needed to rest. All I could think of is what I needed to do. All I could think of, my mind's messed up, and I don't need it no more. All I could think of is what I needed to do. All I could think of, my mind is messed up, and I don't need it no more. So lonely in my room. So lonely in my room. So lonely in my room.
We're gonna take a quick little break. When we come back, we talk just a little bit more before we roll into our musical therapy. We'll be right back. When being in the moment is priceless, consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulsemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.
JTMC Music presents the highly anticipated, much talked about, The Juggling Rhythm Volume 1. This classic rhythm takes on a new life with tracks from both established artists and introduces some incredible new voices. Get your dancing shoes ready with The Juggling Rhythm, featuring international reggae dancehall artist Mr. Vegas, alongside Ian Sweetness, Ed Robinson, Jack Radix, Hezron, Dangling, Joanna Marie featuring Galaxy P, Denny Ranks featuring Jawiz, Ambalik, Christine Alicia, Yishka. Also the new sensations on the rhythm: Seal, Danger Lee, Marquis Skelenar, Zachary. Available on all digital media outlets. The Juggling Rhythm. Get it, get it, get it.
I'm in almost every school bus in class. You see me around the neighborhood and you tell me that I'm a pretty good kid. Well, I'm one out of every 5 children in America, and I'm struggling with hunger.
Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank for ways to help.
Every dollar you donate helps provide 8 meals for kids like me. We are Feeding America. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Matthew 28:19 says, "Go ye therefore and teach all nations." With this in mind, and encouragement received during a South Florida media conference, The Church Links was birthed. The Church Links is an interdenominational worship service portal for churches, providing the tools to spread the word through technology in a cost-effective way. The Church Links, www.dahchurchlinx.com. Your links to worship and praise.
This is Gia Yee, and you're listening to The Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew.
My song is a reminder, a verbal note to self. Melody set in motion to coax me through my doubt. A song that's sung for freedom from a life left up to chance. It's sung to set a good vibration that begs my soul to dance. So I'll forgive myself, I'll forgive you too. Give myself a break and give one to you. Leave the dust behind, look ahead and do the best I can, and to Jah and self be true. I only knew what I knew, a domesticated view, reacting from my vantage point, and didn't question who had the real true answer, had what I was seeking, until I looked to Jah, who had me in his keeping. So I'll forgive myself, I'll forgive you too. Give myself a break and give one to you. Leave the dust behind, look ahead and do the best I can, and to Jah and self be true. Life's broken pieces scattered, fragmented from the start, can be put back together. It's a chosen kind of art. Though my heart's been broken 100 different ways, I know in Jah there's hope with each of his new days. So I'll forgive myself, I'll forgive you too.
The sound of Miss Gia Yee from the Reggae Prescription album. The track is called Note to Self.
Leave the dust behind, look ahead and do the best I can, and to Jah and self be true. My song is a reminder.
song is a reminder. I want to thank JTMC for sponsoring this segment of the show. JTMC Enterprises, taking care of your tour management, your bookings, your promotions, your event management, your social media management. You just need to give them a call at 678-793-8800 or email them at JTMC, or well, actually visit them online. You can get the email from there, jtmcenterprise.com. When you get in touch with them, tell them that you heard about them right here on the Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew. Yeah? Cool. Alright, so for those of you who are just tuning in, we're talking about how your diet can affect your mental health. And when you think about it, your brain is always on. It takes care of your thoughts and movements, your breathing, your heartbeat, your senses. It works hard 24/7. It's always going. And even while you're asleep, it's still going. So that means your brain requires a constant supply of fuel. That fuel comes from the foods that we eat. And what's in that fuel makes a difference. In fact, it makes all the difference. Put simply, what you eat directly affects the structure and function of your brain and ultimately your mood. Like an expensive car, your brain functions best when it gets only premium fuel. Eating high quality foods that contains lots of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants nourishes the brain and protects it from oxidative stress. The waste, the free radicals produced when the body uses oxygen, can damage cells. That is oxidative stress. Now, unfortunately, just like an expensive car, your brain can be damaged if you ingest anything other than premium fuel. If substances from low premium fuel, such as what you get from processed or refined foods, get to the brain, it has little ability to get rid of them. Diets high in refined sugars, for example, are harmful to the brain. In addition to it worsening your body's regulation of insulin, they also promote inflammation and oxidative stress. We don't want oxidative stress. Multiple studies have found a correlation between a diet high in refined sugars and impaired brain function, and even a worsening of symptoms of mood disorders such as depression. Catch the recurring theme here? It makes sense. If your brain is deprived of good quality nutrition, or if free radicals or damaging inflammatory cells are circulating within the brain's enclosed space, further contributing to the brain tissue injury, consequences are to be expected. And we're not talking about positive consequences either. Now, what is interesting is that for many years, the medical field did not fully acknowledge the connection between mood and food. Today, fortunately, the field of nutritional psychiatry is finding there are many consequences and correlations between not only what you eat, how you feel, and how you ultimately behave, but also the kinds of bacteria that live in your gut. They're all connected. So, how does the food that you eat affect how you feel? And this is pretty much what we've the image that the structure that we've been building all night. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter that helps regulate sleep and appetite. It helps to mediate moods and inhibit pain. Since about 95% of your serotonin is produced in your gastrointestinal tract, and your gastrointestinal tract is lined with 100 million nerve cells or neurons, it makes sense that the inner workings of your digestive system don't just help you digest food, but it also guides your emotions. I bet you weren't told that in biology class, because I wasn't told that in biology class. What's more, the function of these neurons and the production of the neurotransmitters like serotonin is highly influenced by the billions of good bacteria that help make up your intestinal microbiome. These bacteria play an essential role in your health. They protect the lining of your intestines and ensure they provide a strong barrier against toxins and bad bacteria. They limit inflammation, they improve how well you absorb nutrients from your food, and they activate neural pathways that travel directly between the gut and the brain. So I guess that really explains why they would say that you're suffering from a chemical imbalance in the brain, because the chemical imbalance is really in the gut. So yes, there is a chemical imbalance. Studies have shown that when people take probiotics, which are supplements containing the good bacteria, their anxiety levels, perception of stress, and mental outlook improve compared with people who did not take probiotics. Other studies have compared traditional diets, like the Mediterranean diet and the traditional Japanese diet, to a typical Western diet, which is what most of us in the US is familiar with, and have shown that the risk of depression is 25 to 35% lower in those who eat a traditional diet. 25 to 35% lower. I think that is worth working towards or working with. Scientists account for this difference because these traditional diets tend to be high in vegetables, fruits, unprocessed grains, and fish and seafood, and to contain only modest amounts of lean meats and dairy. Something that Western diets pretty much thrive on. They also they are also void of processed and refined foods and sugars. Again, staples of the Western dietary pattern. Now, in addition, many of these unprocessed foods are fermented, and therefore they act as natural probiotics. You cannot beat that. Fermentation uses bacteria and yeast to convert sugar in food to carbon dioxide, alcohol, and lactic acid. It is used to protect food from spoiling and can add a pleasant taste and texture. How are you going to beat fermented food? You can't beat fermented food. That's the good stuff. And, you know, it may sound a bit implausible. Good evening, 635. It may sound implausible, but the notion that good bacteria not only influence what your gut digests and absorbs, but they also affect the degree of inflammation throughout your body, as well as your mood and energy levels, and it's gaining traction among researchers. So the results so far have actually been quite amazing. So, in the midst of all this, what does that mean? What then can we expect? What should we do? What is this telling us? Basically, what they're saying is start paying attention to how eating different foods make you feel. Not just in the moment that you're having the food, but the next day. Try eating a clean diet for 2 to 3 weeks. That means cutting out all processed foods and sugar. Add fermented food like kimchi, miso, sauerkraut, pickles, or kombucha. And you might want to try going dairy-free also. And some people even feel that they feel better when their diets are grain-free. Try it. See how you feel. And then slowly introduce foods back into your diet, one by one, and see how you feel. One doctor said, when my patients go clean, they cannot believe how much better they feel, both physically and emotionally, and how much worse they feel when they reintroduce the food that are known to enhance inflammation. So, is it worth having a try? Is it worth trying to see how the premium fuel for your body, how your body reacts to it, how your brain reacts to it, versus the less than, or the lower grade premium, the lower grade fuel, I should say. You know, just about every week, we talk in Unhealthy Love about how we treat our bodies. Of course, it's a health show, so we really have to look at how we treat our bodies, but we also look at how, not just how we treat our bodies, our physical body, but our body on a whole, the soul. And so we look at emotional health, we look at mental health, we look at physical health. And one of the things that we've noticed, especially on tonight's show, is that you really can't separate any of it. The mind, the body, the spirit, you can't really separate it. Because if your body isn't being nourished properly, then your brain isn't being nourished properly. So your emotions suffer, so you suffer in your spirit. You're in total dis-ease. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna keep going junky? I'm not saying you can't have junk food every now and then. I do it. But I have also been very adamant about how I've been eating. And I'm by no means a big guy. Let's face it. And the possibility or the probability of me becoming a big guy is really low on the scale. However, I'm not going to tempt fate. And I don't have to be a big guy. I don't have to be obese to not be healthy. But as best as I can, I need to eat right. Not just for my physical health, but for my mental health as well. And tonight's show proves why. It goes to substantiate the theory that, hey, listen, what you put into your mouth, as in food-wise, can affect what comes out of your mouth. As in how crazy you sound. Or the fact that you end up being depressed. Or anxious. Just from what you eat. Does that sound crazy? Maybe. But I think science is onto something here. Let's follow this and see where it leads. What do you have to lose? Good health if you don't. This is Kaylin Arnold. New music from her. It's called At All.
Tied down, I'm tied up, I'm worn out, lighter.
This is Donai.
Tell me why this lover hurt me.
A track called Stop Try Love.
Stop trying, stop trying. Better know stop trying, stop trying. This lover hurt me. I miss a lover hurt. Some stop trying, stop trying. Better know stop trying, stop trying, stop trying love. Can't take this again. Turn gallus, I know I for be sad again. Tired forgive and not receive. Tired forget my heart broken into pieces. That's why I stop trying love. Stop trying love. Right I know I bye love. Can't take it no more. Tired for love, I fling my on the floor. This lover hurt me. I miss a lover hurt. Some stop trying, stop trying. Right I know I stop trying, stop trying. Yeah, this lover hurt me. I miss a lover hurt. Some stop trying, stop trying. Right I know I stop trying, stop trying. Tired being and out of love like a hotel room. But regular me sit and pray just to jump the room. But my feet sell up, I hurt me again. If we itching up in the same room, that's why I stop trying love. Stop trying love. Right I know I bye love. Me can't take it no more. Tired for love, I fling my on the floor. This lover hurt me. I miss a lover hurt. So I stop trying, stop trying. Right I know I stop trying, stop trying. This lover hurt me. I miss a lover hurt. So I stop trying, stop trying. Right I know I stop trying, stop trying. Tired to feel that pain, making my heart broken over again. What is love? Them say me don't understand. What is love? Them say me don't understand. So I have to feel my heart beat. What is love? Them say me don't understand. What is love? Them say me don't comprehend. So I have to get my heart broken. Why? Love hurt me. I miss it, love hurt. So I stop trying, stop trying. Wait, I don't stop trying, stop trying, stop trying to love. This love hurt me. I miss it, love hurt. So I stop trying, stop trying. Wait, I don't stop trying, stop trying love.
Got myself in a sticky situation just the other day. I met this fine girl at the train station, said she lost her way. Before we knew it, one thing led to another. We were both undercover. Bedrock and pillow jamming all night. Next thing to see a broad light, she said, hey, hey, Jay to the well. Love the way you rock my body.
This is the sound of J Will.
Keep it coming, stay.
A track called Sticky Situation.
Got fulfilled, yeah. She said, hey, hey, Jay to the well. Love the way you touch my body, ooh, you give me chills. Keep it coming still. Her desires got fulfilled, yeah. We did her thing, then we started conversating. Said I gotta go now, cause my baby's waiting. And sure enough, it's gonna be fine. I know she's wondering where I've been all night. Oh no, I ain't getting in that mix. Ooh, I'm feeling good now, says she got it fixed. Jay, I wanna thank you for your love and tenderness. But before you go, give me one more. Hey, Jay's to the well. Love the way you rock my body, cause you got skills. Keep it coming still. Her desires got fulfilled, yeah. She said, hey, hey, Jay to the well. Love the way you touch my body, ooh, you give me chills. Keep it coming still. Her desires got fulfilled, yeah. Days went by, still reminiscing. Looking all around because my driver's license missing. Damn, what could this be? I hope it's not a tragedy. I hear knock, knock, knocking at my door. 6 in the morning and my wife, she's still a snore. I tiptoe to the front door. These knocks I could not ignore. Here she shout, hey, hey, Jay, oh, she shout out. Love the way you rock my body, cause you got skills. Keep it coming still. Her desires got full. the well. Love the way you touch my body. Ooh, you get
Talk about truly
come and say
a sticky situation.
got fulfilled. Got myself in a sticky situation just the other day. I met this fine girl at the train station. Said she lost her way.
It's officially that time.
Knew it's one thing led to another. We were both undercover.
And time sponsored, that section of the show sponsored by the Wake Up and Live show.
See a broad light, she said, hey.
Sir Rockwell and Destiny comes at you 7 a.m. on Rotterbox.net. Thank you to the Wake Up and Live show and Sir Rockwell, yeah?
Just make up your fancy dressed up. Could not hide the scars inside.
Goes without introduction, this is Hezzy.
Sweetest smile, those pretty eyes could not disguise.
Hezron with a tune called Young Girl. Sound of Benji Myers. Track called Hooked on You.
Our lives together, even through the stormy weather. You got me hooked on your love. I don't know what I'm gonna do without your love. Oh yes, I mean it. You got me hooked on your love. I don't know what I'm gonna do without your love. Oh yes, I mean it. We now and forever, let's stay together, even through the fire. I hope you can see just what you mean to me. This is how our love should be. And I know that
We've got places to go. Cause I know that our love can grow. I know that you know what I'm trying to say. So baby, how do you wanna end today? You got me hooked on you. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. Oh yes, I mean it, baby. You've got me hooked on you. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. Oh yes, I mean it, ooh-wee. From the first time that I laid my eyes, you got me wondering what a feeling, so revealing. You've got me thinking, how could this be? You and me, sharing our lives together, even through the stormy weather. Ooh, now I know that we've got places to go. Cause I know that our love can grow. I know that you know what I'm trying to say. So baby, I know you wanna end today. You got me hooked on you. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. Oh yes, I mean it. You got me hooked on you. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. Oh yes, I mean it.
If I had to live my life without you near me, my days would all be empty. My life would seem so wrong. With you I see forever, oh so clearly. I might have been in love before, but it never felt this strong.
This is the sound of Ed Robinson.
Dreams are young and we both know they'll take us where we
His rendition of Won't Change My Love for You.
touch me now, cause I don't wanna live without you. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. The one thing you can be sure of, I never asked for more than your love. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. The world may change my whole life through, but nothing's gonna change my love for you. No, 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 oh, no, 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 no. I won't change, no. If the road ahead is not so easy, our love will make the way for us. Like a guiding star, I'll be there for you if you should need me. You don't have to change a thing. I love you just the way you are. So come with me and share the view. I'll help you see forever through. Hold me now, touch me now, cause I don't wanna live without you. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. The one thing you can be sure of, I never asked for more than your love. Nothing will change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. The world may change my whole life through, but nothing's gonna change my love for you. No, 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 oh, no, 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 no. I won't change, no. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. One thing you can be sure of, I'll never ask for more than your love. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. The world may change my whole life through, but nothing's gonna change my love for you. No, 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 oh, no, 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 no. But nothing's gonna change my love for you. Oh, no, no, no.
was Joanna Marie working out with Peter G. The rendition of Close to You. $18 minutes to the top of the hour.
And I saw the thing, where did you get this idea from?
This is Shauna Dazzle. Track called Take It.
Well, I don't wanna be your one night stand. You want me take it, I leave it, but take it, me I need it. Don't wanna be your part time. You want me take it, I leave it, but take it, me I need it. Keep calling my number, ringing my phone, pretend you like me, cause you're feeling alone. Me sit down and I watch you working your plan, getting me into position. You play like you're into me, tell me say you want me, so we keep up the game. Tell me you like to kiss me, swear that you miss me, but I have to tell the truth plain. I don't wanna be your one night stand. You want me take it, I leave it, but take it, me I need it. Don't want it to stop when Kevin Stew play. You know say night shift, I do it, and you know me not leave it. Kevin, this one's for you. Big up yourself, Shauna Dazzle says so.
Thank you, Shauna. Thank you very much.
My you, and I saw the thing, where did you get this idea from? Really and truly. Well, I don't wanna be your one night stand. You want me take it, I leave it, but take it, me I need it. Don't wanna be your part time. You want me take it, I leave it, but take it, me I need it. Keep calling my number, ringing my phone, pretend you don't see I'm a wifey. Oh, you want me to be the man? See, no way. My problem with you is you can't be honest. All you do is pretend. So I actually thought that we could have something, but I'm the fool in the end. You and me lover, let me discover and see the two way you there. Stop with me out when I know where you want. You can try the truth now and again. I don't wanna be your one night stand. You want me take it, I'll leave it, we'll take it, me I need it. Don't wanna be your part-time love. You want me take it, I'll leave it, we'll take it, me I need it. Don't wanna be your one night stand. You want me take it, I'll leave it, we'll take it, me I need it. Don't wanna be your part-time love. You want me take it, I'll leave it, we'll take it, me I need it. You don't want a part-time love. You don't want a part-time love. You don't want a part-time love. And no undercover. On a yeah. We calling my number, ringing my phone. Pretend you like me 'cause you're feeling alone. Me sit down and I watch you working your plan, getting me into position. You play like you're into me, tell me say you want me, but it's all in the game. You coulda tell me the truth, come me cool in on you, but you mess up the hand that you play. So I don't wanna be your one night stand. You want me take it, I'll leave it, we'll take it, me I need it. Don't wanna be your part-time love. You want me take it, I'll leave it, we'll take it, me I need it. Don't wanna be your one night stand. You want me take it, I'll leave it, we'll take it, me I need it. Don't wanna be your part-time love. You want me take it, I'll leave it, we'll take it, me I need it. No want a one night stand. Me no want a one night stand. Me no want a part-time love. No one that cover. No one that cover. Take it, take it. No, 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 take care yourself with your one night stand. Me no need it. No, me no need it. Just take care yourself with your one night
stand. 13 minutes before the top of the hour, 13 more minutes before I get on out of here.
When I'm in your arms, it's like I'm in another world. No, I can't deny this love that I have for you.
This is the son of Shanika.
My baby, baby, my one and only.
Track called Like I Do.
Love you like I do. Baby boy, I can't resist your kiss and tenderness. Even when you're away, you know I never diss. It's funny how I thought I'd never be around. Thought I'd never hold you down. But baby, me and you forever. When bad man come, we're laughing together. The only one that I need is you. This love that I give is true. And baby, no one's gonna love you like I do. No, no, never. The haters, they don't wanna see me and you grow together, but I'm down for you. And you're down for me. Baby, yes, I'm down for you. We are down for each other. Life can't get no better with you. I can see much clearer with you. No better love out there than this, I swear. And anytime you need me, baby, call me. I'll be a genie in a bottle, always pick you up when you're down. Never wanna see you wearing a frown, no, no. Me and you forever. When bad man come, we're laughing together. The only one that I need is you. This love that I give is true. And baby, no one's gonna love you like I do. No, no, never. The haters, they don't wanna see me and you grow together, but I'm down for you. And you're down for me. Baby, yes, I'm down for you. We are down for each other. Life can't get no better with you. I can see much clearer with you.
This is the sound of the real storm.
This journey just the strong.
Track is called the track. The track. That's a cross between a track and a song.
Woman, in your eyes I can see.
The track is called Survive.
Dirty hands all around you were robbed of your youth. Many nights you still cry, tell me ain't that the truth? Turn that grief into strength, make that door, pay that rent, you won't be bent. Yeah, I know you're hurting, but move on with your life. Yeah, 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 boy. Yeah, 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 boy, yeah, boy. Cause on this journey, just the strong will survive. Yeah, 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 boy. Yeah, 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 boy, yeah, boy. While hunting for the paper, if one door closes, you better rally back later. Rise above the pressure, yeah. Babylon no one get up, people do better. So get your act together. Persevere, my brother. Blaze the fire, brother, yeah. You got to fight, through stormy nights, you got to fight. I know you're hurting, but move on with your life. Yeah, 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 boy. Yeah, 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 boy, yeah, boy. Cause on this journey, just the strong will survive. Yeah, 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 boy. Yeah, 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 boy, yeah, boy. Some of your friends have done you wrong. Whoa, yo, 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 yo. Don't let that break you, move along. Yeah, no matter how much time you fall. If you get up, you've won it all. I know you're hurting, but move on with your life. Yeah, 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 boy. Yeah, 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 boy, yeah, boy. Cause on this journey, just the strong will survive. Yeah, 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 boy. Yeah, 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 boy, yeah, boy.
It's that we spend more on every people than save life. Put out when them gone, but I never to them I skate. I'm more for the dead than those where your life find it hard to visit, but then the funeral time. Know them pull up on their face, cause they can't skip, but never take no time to stop and one chill.
This is the sound of St. Matthew.
Them never respect the man.
A track called Rather You're Dead.
Number one on every chart. All everybody has a one talented, like them only realize it when him dead. Hypocrites. And that's why me chant that song, yeah. It's like them rather you dead. Oh, 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 oh.
Listen to the words of this once more. Here we go.
We spend more of every people than save life. Put out when them gone, but I never to them I skate. I'm more for the dead than those where your life find it hard to visit, but then the funeral time. Know them pull up on their face, cause they can't skip, but never take no time to stop and go and chill. Me see clear, them never respect the man. Now him number one on every chart. All everybody has a one talented, like them only realize it when him dead. Hypocrites. And that's why me chant that song, yeah. It's like them rather you dead, rather you dead. Before them give you that break, it's like them rather you gone, like you never did born. It's like them rather you dead, rather you dead. Before them give you that break, it's like them rather you gone, like you never did born. Me like a death alone, I make the people push out full black. So me now white ink and bush out. Selfie with big smile, just a muggle and pose. It's like them trifle, the person drop out. So me big up the youth, them way you do them thing. And not try hard now, wait till them ship a sing. Big up everyone, we give a man an opportunity. Never forget how you do for me. Picture this, I love one end up down the hospital. Doctor tell them it a get critical. People say them not a money for Western Union, but them fly down to the funeral. It's like them rather you dead, rather you dead. Before them give you that break, it's like them rather you gone, like you never did born. It's like them rather you dead, rather you dead. Before them give you that break, it's like them rather you gone, like you never did born. Started another day and that. Welcome on my real friends. Yeah. Welcome on my real friends.
Real star.
Welcome on my real friends. Yeah. Welcome on my real friends. Welcome on my real friends. It's time so. Shining this room by myself. When no one else trying to help me.
This is Daville, aka Tori Mason. The track is called Real Friends. This is how I bounce on out of here tonight. Thank you, each and every one. Good morning, good afternoon, good day to you wherever you are in the world. Catch you tomorrow, Real Talk Wednesday, aka Marlon's favorite night shift show. Wanna big up all my true friends right now. Those near and far, those I'm in communication with and those I'm not. They're still real to me. I'm out of here, y'all. Catch you later.
Things when them say me not believe it. To all me still me know say God not gonna reveal it. But as soon as the fruits ripe, everybody want get a slice. And as soon as they do right, drop it in, everybody want a seat. Come and me tell you this. My circle reserved for my true friends, them alone, them alone. That's only reserved for my true friends, them alone, them alone. My circle reserved for my true friends, them alone, them alone. That's only reserved for my true friends, them alone, them alone. Welcome on my real friends. It's time to so. Check this. Shining this room by myself, when no one else try to help me. You know, bless up me real G's, thugs and family. Who give me strength 'cause they believe in my ability. The fake ones never help to make it because them gold plated. But that's
Priceless? Consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulsemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.